My first reaction was, wow, how are we going to bring this to life? Because it's a fantastic story. It's very poetic.
This is not a story of heroes.
Before we even get into it, for the people who don't really know who you are and what you do, can you briefly tell us a bit about yourself?
Okay, so my name is Mark Cofie Jnr. I am the founder of Organized Khaoz, and I have many roles in the company.
You've done a lot of projects. What is your most, let's say, recent project that you love so much?
Wow, that's a very good question. Well, I think the last project I did is fresh in mind. It's a very short, micro short film, one character, one location, like a monologue. I really love that because when we decided to make that project, it was an impromptu concept. We decided one afternoon to write something, shoot something, and just test our capacity in all aspects of filmmaking. And the interesting thing about that project is after our shoot, we went on the bench, we cut, edited, colored, and felt it wasn't the kind of project we wanted to put out. You know, so discussing with the team, we decided the best thing to do is to scrap it. But I felt there was something in that story still to share. And the team and I had a conversation and decided we'll just reshoot. And the reshoot was fantastic.
Awesome.
So I think that's the last thing that comes to mind.
Awesome. So let's just come to Ashes of Accra. What was your first impression when you read the script? You actually read it on studio, and
Correct.
then you told me about it. What was your reaction when you first read it?
My first reaction was, wow, how are we going to bring this to life? Because it's a fantastic story. It's very poetic, very image driven, you know, and I thought it was a fantastic project that we should try and do, but I couldn't immediately see how we could pull it off. So I knew immediately we needed to work on how to bring it to life.
Great. I mean, you are such an amazing director in your own right. I think in Ghana, a lot of filmmakers don't understand what it means when they say you are an AD, either 1, 2, or 3. And as a director in your own right, a lot of people will not accept to do that role. And I mean, a CEO of a whole movie production company, and your, let's say, friend or subordinate is saying that I want you to be my AD1. And for me, I was so impressed with how you accepted it, and now you've coordinated the entire production, taking a lot of pressure off the director to be able, because he's also acting, he needs that. And that's very commendable. How did you take that?
Yeah, so like you said, I've directed virtually all the stories I've written. And for our in-house projects, I tend to direct most of them, if not all. And my secret passion actually is to be an assistant director.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's new.
Because I feel that's where the power is. The director, if you don't write the script, the director just comes on set, everything is prepared. He, you know, checks frame with DOP and then runs set, you know, runs the shoot. I think the job on a set is actually carried by the first assistant director. The first assistant director has the responsibility of everything, you know, making sure everything is set, double checking everything, and making sure the set has exactly what the director has envisioned. And during production, the first assistant director has to make sure everything is coordinated efficiently, saving time, saving resources. Yeah, so I think my passionate role is first assistant director, even though I end up doing more of the directing myself. So this is a great opportunity for me.
Yeah, it's really falling in line. Let's talk about collaborations and conversations, especially with the director. How has that process been?
Yes, so first of all, being the assistant director, I had to take the directing hat off. And let me say, put aside all my ego and put on a full armor of humility, because my job as assistant director is to bring the director's vision to life. So my individual personal preferences would come secondary, if not tertiary. So that was the first thing I had to do. And then beyond that, it was just listening to the director, trying to understand his vision, sometimes regurgitating what I believe the director wants back to the director, and confirming that that is exactly what the director wants. Once we did that and understood what was required, my role is very simple. Just implement what we've planned. Simple.
What are some of the challenges that you've encountered as the runner? Let me say that's the runner of the entire set during pre-production.
So as AD1, my role has not been very complex. As AD1 on this project, though, I've had to double up because I'm executive producer, I'm financier, I am CEO of the company. So all those things are what interfered with my role as AD. But if I narrow it down to my role as AD on this project, it's fairly simple. The team are very cooperative. The team understand the director's vision. Even where we've had differences of opinion, we've managed to simmer it down to exactly what we want to do. And the director has insisted, which is the theme of Organized Chaos, to focus a lot of work on pre-production. We've walked the production line, we've walked the location, we've tested equipment, we've done everything we need to do well in advance. So today we have half an hour before call time. Everybody's relaxed. Equipment is in place, and we're just waiting for daylight to run out, and then we start shooting. So my job has been very, I don't want to say easy, but fairly routine.
All right, I think you failed to mention the roles you're playing on this set, that you're also a character.
I'm also
a character in the film.
I'm also playing Kofi, yes.
Yeah,
and I need to get my
how you've been able to, your preparation for it, in the midst of all the other roles that you are taking on. How have you prepared for the role of Kofi, your namesake?
Exactly. So, like I said, first of all, Solomon Fixinowo directing and writing this piece, you'll see for yourself, is an amazing piece of work. And Fixin asking me to be assistant director for me was a blessing in disguise, because it allows me to do what I actually want to do. And I liken that to the role of Kofi in the film. The role of Kofi in the film is like a second in command that wants to rise up to take over the empire. So I didn't have to, or I should say, I don't have to shift too much. In my role as assistant director, I am playing the same role as Kofi as assistant kingpin. But the mystery, without giving it away, is how that role evolves to take over the empire, and also in production to make sure my director shines. So, I'm combining the two concepts so that I have one focus.
Let's talk about the team that we have, and let's just narrow it down to, let's talk about our cinematographer, Black. When you first met him and when we introduced the project and when we've been working together, what's your impression and working with him being so far?
So the truth is, when Black was recommended to us, he was recommended very highly, and there was no doubt about the recommendation that came through. We had a series of meetings, and in our first meeting, I was blown away because this guy is humble, he's confident, he knows exactly what he wants to do. He's got a track record that proves his capacity and his capability. So very quickly, we knew we would absorb him into our tribe. We had, whilst we were working on pre-production, he told us he was going to be away for a particular shoot. He was shooting an ad, and that coincided with the day that I also had to be offsite. And the magic about all of this is that we met on the same set, shooting an MTN ad, and immediately I saw his workflow, work process. I knew this guy, we're not going to let go of him.
What are your expectations for this film?
Yeah, so I have 3 levels of expectation. My first expectation is what we do on production today. I want to see if we can translate preparation we've done into production. My second level of expectation is to run the production as efficiently as we plan it to be. We've done many productions and we've improved our process. And this project is an opportunity to see if we can deliver what we have learned and plan to do. And then my third level of expectation is to see how the project comes out in the end, what we see on bench. One of the roles that I also play on this project is that I'm going to be on the bench editing. So I'm very excited about the planning, the shots, the concepts, the story, and how we expect it to look on bench. So that's my third level of expectation, what the audience are going to see. And hopefully they will not see how much work has gone into it, but they will see an amazing piece of work that no doubt would have had to have a lot of work going to it.
Okay. Let's talk about organized chaos, organized tribe, and also what they should expect.
Okay, so Organized Chaos already has a track record. And for those who are coming across us for the first time, we have a YouTube page, Organized Chaos, that shows some of our work. Those who know about our vision to blow together as a community will probably not know that we now have a wing called Chaos Tribe. And Chaos Tribe basically is all our resources as Organized Chaos, teaming up with quality talent out there, and all our collaborative partners. So Organized Tribe is going to be huge. It's already big. And what people should expect from Organized Chaos is a community and a tribe that are going to push Ghana first, put Africa in the forefront, and show what we can do as individuals and as a collective.
Your final words.
My final words.
Yeah.
Well, I want to first of all congratulate the director, Solomon Fixinowu, for putting this project together and writing such an amazing piece of work, and for challenging us in the manner that this project is going to challenge all of us. And I want people to see what we do when it comes out. And I hope they appreciate it. And we would expect any comments that will help us grow. And they can rest assured that we will take that in and feedback into our loop.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's blow together.
That's it, straight up.
Is inevitable.
Prince in the wrong kingdom.
And spit it out.